Welcome back to continuing coverage of UC Athletics here on GoBearcats.com. Tom Glitter making his way through the Bearcats assistant coaches now as lots of new faces running around the Lindner Center. And today we chat with Tim Banks, the co-defensive coordinator, also going to help coach the defensive backs. And Coach, welcome to the University of Cincinnati. I'm sure this is a pretty exciting time for you and the rest of the guys upstairs.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time. Very excited about it. We're just kind of getting acclimated a little bit, trying to find our way around. But so far it's been really good. The city of Cincinnati has really treated us well, and we're excited to be here.
Now, the message I've received from a lot of fans is, how does co-defensive coordinators work? You have John Jancic. I mean, obviously, there's some time before you have to worry about how it works in a game, but I'd imagine the more eyes you have working with defense, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. John Jancic's a good coach. Steve Stripling's a good coach, right. And you guys obviously have had Kerry Combs here for a while. So, I'm excited about the whole entire defensive staff. But, I'm definitely a defensive coordinator. I'll be calling the plays, on Saturdays. But
that answers that question.
Yeah, but everybody will have an impact, obviously during the week, and everyone will have say, on
right.
game day, and obviously Jansen will have a heavy say in what's going on as well.
Now, Coach, last year the Bearcats ran with a 3-4 base defense. Going back to a 4-3, or maybe still some decisions to be made up in there, or a little bit of both?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be some decisions that still have to be made. Right now we're in the process of evaluating all the personnel. We're going to play what best suits the kids.
Right.
Obviously my background's a little bit more 4 down, but we've also played some odds. So a lot of it is really dependent on what the kids can do, and we'll find that out pretty quickly.
Coach, you said you're just starting to go through the evaluation period, and you have to look at this defense and see there's some pretty good youth on this defensive unit that I'd imagine you and the rest of the defensive guys are pretty excited about having back.
Yeah, well, I think the key is youth, you know, exactly what you said. So, a ton of inexperience right now, but sometimes that can be a good thing, because we're teaching a new system, so I think it'll be a little easier for them to learn, just because that's all they'll know for the most part. But yeah, a lot of good talent, a lot of young guys who are eager to learn, right, again, we're just starting to look at the film, and, we're getting the book out to look at, well, who's that guy? Oh, yeah, he's just a redshirt freshman. So it's exciting. It really is. We're looking forward to see what these guys bring to the table come spring ball.
You have experience with the defensive backs as well. I'm sure you'll be keeping an extra eye, not to get in Kerry Combs' way, but probably keep an extra eye on the DBs as well.
Yeah, you know what? For 15 years, I've been kind of split, from linebackers to secondary. Obviously I was a defensive back myself in college. So, I always take a great amount of pride in how we play on that back end. And, as I said earlier, Kerry Combs is an excellent coach, and I know he knows what he's doing.
Right.
So, I'm there just to work with him. Again, when you're dealing with 4 or 5 and sometimes 6 defensive backs on the field at one time, the more eyes you can have back there, the better. So yeah, definitely looking at those young defensive backs, and I'm eager to start working with those guys.
All right, Coach, enough about football. We'll wrap it up with a little known fact we won't read on the website or in your profile about you.
Little known fact. Well, I think a lot of guys will see me as a little bit more, quiet, off the field. But really, I enjoy a good laugh. My wife always tells me, you should laugh more, you should smile more. And I tend to do that, particularly, when things are, when you get to know guys and warm up to them. But, I love to laugh, love to have a good time. And I think if you ask my players, they think I'm always mad and screaming at them. But, I do enjoy having a good time.
Well, I'll tell you this much. There's some guys on your defensive unit that'll make you laugh. Coach, nice to meet you. Appreciate the time.
Yep.
Good luck here in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
We'll inch a little bit closer to spring football.
Absolutely.
All right, there's the Bearcats' new co-defensive coordinator, Tim Banks. I'm Tom Glitter on GoBearcats.com.